So what if I go 2 minutes early? So what? Just don't tell everybody they can go back and watch those first 2 minutes of me going live 2 minutes early. It's okay. It's okay. I'm a little hot though. That's a little the light's a little hot. Hello, welcome to Monday. The Bears lost. They had a great season in the rigged NFL. They have to rig the NFL for the Bears to have a great season. They're the Gary Bears. Are they going to be called the Gare Bears? Gary Bears? Because they're getting out of Chicago because they owe $500 million of money they don't really owe. It's a story for a sports channel. I'm not a sports channel. So good evening. Welcome to Monday. Hello, Mark, Brandon, and you guys are chatting about the weather. I had to look it up. It is currently where I'm sitting. It is 31 degrees. 31 degrees at 8:30 p.m. Where I used to be, 8 degrees. 8 degrees at 7:30 p.m. 8 degrees, low of 1. And that does make me happy a little bit, just a little bit. Not much, because the cold never bothered me anyway. Yeah, it did. Bothered the shit out of me. So I saw you guys talking about the weather, and it's 11 degrees where Brandon is, and it's cold where Mark is. But it's 8 degrees. 8 degrees where I used to be. 31 where I am now. If you're keeping score, trust me, I don't keep score. Hello, Mike. Good to see you too. What's up, Jason? Patty's here. Hello, Patty. Sup? Says Jim Chidester. Nick's dad. Which when I wrote Death Bus, I never considered that the fate of Jim and Patty. Even though I wrote it, I didn't consider it when I named them. I named them in the good universe, and then when they get to the other universe, maybe their names are different. So let's just, because we don't want that to happen in Jim and Patty. No, that's no, no, sir. Wow, I couldn't believe how many lettered and numbered were available. Are you talking about Native Son? We'll talk about that. We'll look at it. Yeah, from Suntup. Hello, number one. Good to see you. Looks like a lot of us live where it gets cold. That's why we read books. You hunker down. You read books. You get warm on the inside when you're cold on the outside. I don't know. I maybe somebody did a study. Somebody with a bigger paycheck than me did a study about where reading. Do people read in cold areas because they can't go out and do other things? I mean, now that we just stream movies at home and all that. I don't know. I don't know what people do. I would read even if I go to the beach and bring a book. You know, my aunt goes to the pool and brings a book that's very sacred to me, but that's even sacreder now. Oh man, don't get me crying. Don't get me choked up. I don't need that emotion in my life today. I don't. I'm reading Serafina right now, finally, and it's so good. Oh, it is so good. Serafina, I think Philip calls it the scariest, in his opinion, of what he's written. Yeah, but it's a great story. It's really good. And you can pre-order it from Clash. It's coming out April 7th. The new edition, the trade edition. Currently, Patty is among the elite tier, one of those elites who own the Earthling edition, fortunate enough, lucky enough to own the Earthling. But it is coming out in trade edition. And I love the cover. I love that cover. It's perfect. It's, art, just like the Death Bus cover. When one cover can encapsulate the whole heart of the story, it's pretty awesome. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to the story of Death Bus, but Chris Panettiere, he kicked ass. Even though I'm not Nick, but whatever. Let's check in with the Magic Duff Bucket. What have you got for me today, Magic Duff Bucket? Let's check it out. Oh, Rogue Santa's Private Reserve Stout. You know what had to happen to get this private reserve stout? We had to storm the North Pole. That's what we had to do. Keeping up with the Simpsons themes here. We're opening with the Simpson bottle opener keychain because I can't think of a better way to encourage drinking and driving. You know, makes sense to me. What's your problem? We're gonna do a pour here, and this is super carbonated. I gotta admit, I had one or two of these, and it's super carbonated. I don't like my beer super carbonated. Too carbonated, you could say, and I would say Woodsy Owl. Remember him? Another Suntup, zero interest, native son. An important book, a big book in American literature. Beautifully done. So kudos to him for continuing to do the books that he sees as worthy. And are worthy. I'm not just saying like this is Paul's opinion. This is a notable work of American literature. I've not read it, but look at those boards and just stunning. I love this art. Printed letterpress. No More Fear. Is that Batman? Is that Bat? I don't know the story. Oh, I clicked out of it. I didn't mean to. Very cool art. Oh, look at that. Look at that beautiful that print. Wow. Oh, they're going to get tipped in. Okay. So you see how Bigger was born. So that's it. If you're interested, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty, $700 to get it now. I think it goes up to $750. So it springs up an additional $55 when it hits publication, when it hits the warehouse. It gets a price jump. There's 65 available right now. Yeah. So I mean, it's what really sort of not even in my consideration, just on the price alone. Unfortunately, I hate that. I would love. I always said what I said was, if I won the lottery, like if I won billions, like or just 100 mil, that'd do me fine. I would call Paul and I'd say, what do you need that I could just get every book you do? How much? What would you need? Tell me. You'd say, what? I need $1 million. I give you $1 million. I don't know if I would do that. I don't know what I would do. But if I could just get all of his books automatically without even thinking about it, I would love it. Because, I would just getting that book and holding your hand. It's just beautiful. Now, getting to read all of them is another story. My TBR is what it is. And it's substantial. So adding these books I didn't pick to the stack, for example, the one book that he did, Where the Late Sweetbird Sang by Kate Wilhelm. I don't know if I'd want that one. But several, Born a Man and Woman, I would. Ratman's Notebooks, I would. I would even give a chance to The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. My grandmother used to love Agatha Christie. That's all I knew about her. And then Lamb, I would like to read. And then, of course, The Hellbound Heart, which is available. There are 43. I mean, guys, come on. Patty, cover yours. You guys got to get. If you didn't, you should. So that's my plug for that. Or do they read where it's hot and they don't want to move? Perhaps. Good evening, Flash. Good to see you. Did you jealous bastard see my Arca Serafina? Wow, Mike. Really? You're going to rub it in our faces? Yeah, jealous bastards is right. I was like, dude, why can't I get that arc? Why don't I have that arc of Serafina? How did you get that arc, Mike? No, I don't begrudge you. I'm happy because it feels like that arc's in the family, doesn't it? It just feels like that arc's in the family. It's our group. Our group has that arc. It's our team. We're winning. We're winning. How about this? I got this for the team. I got, how about this? This is a very rare arc. This is the Autumn Springs arc. So it's a very rare one. And I have it. So, and it's in the family. You see how that works? It's in the family. We got that arc. We got the Serafina arc. Go team us. What's up, Christopher? Good to see you. Hello, Rob Loves Books. The cover of the new edition looks like Green Mile. Green Man? Is that what you meant? Green Man or Green Mile? I'm halfway through the story, so I don't know if that is significant. Oh, like the cover of Green Man. You're talking about Serafina. Yes, it is significant. Where are you at in the story? I'm curious. I have so many bottle openers that are also keychains. And you don't realize the message they're sending. Like, well, you drove to somewhere, and then in an emergency, you need to open a beer. I suppose you could open up soft drinks. But nowadays, nobody uses a bottle opener for soft drinks. So, what are you doing there? Could a savvy lawyer sue these people? I don't know. That's a stupid thought. Yes, Mike, this jealous bastard saw your arc. Jeff showing whose arc is bigger. What's March for Suntup? I don't know. I don't remember what the guess was. There's no February book. Then there's a March book. I don't remember. I have no idea what the guesses were off the top of the old head here. Don't like that March's artist edition is offset, but the numbered is letterpress. All editions should be letterpressed. If the two higher titles are, I love letterpress. Yes, that is true. That is fair. Let me see. Announcement schedule. Let me see. I will find the announcement schedule here. January and March on what is better than a Hugo Award-winning novella by Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association Grandmaster? Two Hugo Award-winning novellas by science fiction. I don't know who it was. I don't remember who the guesses were. Do you guys remember? I don't remember what the guesses were for that one. I feel like I don't know. Really carbonated and this is kind of mean. This is a mean stout. It's one that's like mean, harsh, not like delicious and creamy delicious. Watch for Kasi tomorrow deal announcement. Any guess what it is? Something already written? Connie Willis was one guess. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Well, I don't. Yes. Yes, I was going to get to that. The announcement tomorrow. If you're a Patreon, Philip said, watch the socials tomorrow. He is going to announce a book deal he did for a book he did. I'm very excited for this release. Yes, I'm very, very, very excited for this release. It is something I've read. So I've read this book and I loved it. And I think it'll be a very exciting book. I think a lot of people will really like this book. And it could bring in a new audience for him, a wider audience, perhaps a younger audience. And so he's going to announce this deal tomorrow. And I don't know the schedule. I don't know the timing of it, or when it'll be popping out there. But I'm very, very excited to get that book, of course, because I've not read a Fracassi title that I didn't love. Some I think are better than others, only because that's just it's usually the one I'm currently reading. Boys in the Valley was a smash. I thought Third Rule of Time Travel was my favorite of his genre work, but then there's Don't Let Them Get You Down, which is his all-time best novel, in my opinion. Good evening, Lance. Good evening. How goes it in the frigid tundra that is Illinois this eve, where it's like less than 8 by now, probably? Yes. It's cold there, but at least you don't have any crime, and you have really good streets that are not under construction all year round. So you got trade-offs. It gets cold there, but it's utopia, right? Everything's perfect. No like stabbings and fires on the L. That's so bad. That is so bad. I feel so bad for those people. Anyway, yes. So speaking of Fracassi, the Broken Binding edition is still available. I don't know why. And I tell you guys, you ladies and gentlemen, about it, that it is still available, but you've probably already ordered it. And I just get a kick out of it because it's a hardcover with the dust jacket, when this was the UK edition, right? And look, it's like bigger, it's easier to read, easier on the eyes, to get to read it. And it's a hardcover. The dust jacket, I mean, everything about it. Look, a little blood stain there in the corner because a certain someone was a little messy. And then what I didn't notice when I did the unboxing at the time, only when I put it on the shelf did I see it, but it's Run For It, which is Orbit. I love how Orbit is kind of the last 4 letters, just without the B, but Run For It is the imprint, a horror imprint of Orbit. And I dig that. I think it's very cool. Run For It. I did not notice it at all on the trade, but very, very cool. I don't know why you would not get it if you're a Fracassi fan. In fact, I think the 3 editions to have would be this one, the Aardvark, and the Earthling when that comes out. And then, of course, trades, the signed trades. You got to have them all signed. Could have had that at Jeff Con. Get them all signed from the man himself. But I don't know. Like, I'm happy the U.S. Trade Edition was a hardcover. I do like that. Go hard or go home, That was not recommended to say in public. It's cold. Luckily, I'm far enough from Chicago. My roads are shit. I border Illinois. Yeah, roads are shit. And I got to say, in all fairness, when it gets cold and then hot and then cold and then hot, I mean, that takes a tear on the roads. But some of those construction projects is just some politicians funneling money to some friends, and then they funnel money back to the politicians. And you know how it is. Everybody gets along, and then all the dairy cow taxpayers are milked. That's how it goes down. You do know that you're a dairy cow. You're just getting milked. Do we know when the Earthling Autumn Springs will be released? I don't even know when it'll be announced, but we got some gold from Earthling. The Twisted Retreats should be the best trade release. Forgot about that one. Thank you, Jason. The Twisted Retreats not out yet. It's going to ship soon. And that is going to be fantastic. Yes. I got to say, you should get all 6 editions. UK trade, US trade, Broken Binding, Aardvark, Twisted Retreat, and Earthling. Get all 6 editions and multiples of. I have 13 copies of this book, counting the arcs. 13. I love the cover art on the UK editions of Autumn Springs. I know. I talked about that in the video, of course, but I like them both, but there's some really, I think this feels like it has the humor, the coziness of the book, probably just a notch better than the US trade edition. Although I really like that cover. But anyway, I mean, it's kind of like you see this, and then there's the word massacre in the title, and you kind of get a vibe for what you're going to get. Some of those deaths are pretty creative and kind of funny. So I don't know if number one, if you've read it yet, should give it a read. Give it a read or listen to audiobook. I don't know. Oh, yes. Can't wait for Avonwood Exodus by Lutsky. The Thunderstorm. Was that even announced yet? Damn it. I totally forgot about it. Mitch is here. Hello. Mitch, I should be getting my package tomorrow, which will be my allotment of Death Bus copies so that I can then make good on the promise to all the people who bought tickets but couldn't show up to Jeff Con, and then have my little amount that I could sell in the store for anybody who wants a swag bag from Jeff Con. That was way back in 25. But, you get nostalgic sometimes if a certain amount of time has passed. I finished When the Wolf Comes Home this weekend and started Darker Days. Holy crap, what great freaking books. I'm so glad you said that, Mike, because I'm not reading this one. I just had to show it. That signed edition that came to my house twice. The post office said it came here on November 12th, and then it really came here on January 12th. But I'm loving this book. I thought When the Wolf Comes Home was a 5-star easily, but this is like classic Stephen King. It is. And I did a video a long time ago ranking and saying the 5 authors you need to read if you like Stephen King, because when I was reading Stephen King, I was always looking for other authors. Like, there's got to be more to this world than Stephen King. And I felt like I was depriving myself, and I needed to get out there and read different voices, different sort of styles. And so I did that video to recommend people, authors. And these 2 authors were on that list. And I'd read 2 books by Thomas Oldehuvelt, Hex and Echo, which is Heck. If you put them both together, you get Heck. Hex and Echo. And I only read Boys in the Valley by Philip Fracassi. But I gotta say that video has only gotten, I don't know if I should keep talking, guys. That video has only gotten more correct and on point since I made it. The more I read of Fracassi and the more I read of Thomas Oldehuvelt, the more accurate and spot on that video is. So I'm really, really happy with that you like what you're reading as well, Mike. And yeah, and When the Wolf Comes Home was excellent too. I wouldn't really compare that to Stephen King, It didn't, it doesn't feel Stephen King-ish. But that's not a slur, that's not a slam. It's good to not be like Stephen King and still write a 5-star read. So I thought it was smarter than a Stephen King book, or at least more imaginative. It's more out there. Uh, and I really liked it. Thought it was great. Um, love being in a clubhouse. I know I'm in there too. I should have just bought it. I got in the clubhouse after last week's live and gobbled up a copy. Awesome. I'm listening to Darker Days. Holy crap is right. Yeah. There's some creepy, like he I wrote in that one newsletter. Do you really get scared when you read these books? Do you really get scared? They're like the most terrifying book. You're not going to be able to sleep tonight. And honestly, I don't get scared, but I do, I could get creeped out, grossed out, startled, thrilled, all those things definitely describe my reading experience with all these authors. But I don't know if I ever get scared. But that one, the intro to Echo was really scary. But there are parts in Darker Days, like when Django is playing the piano and he kind of loses himself. If you've gotten to that scene yet, kind of gets lost in the Darker Days. Um, it's Kaya when she's diving. There's so many great little scenes in there, and I can't wait to see where it goes. A friend of mine said it was his least favorite Thomas Oldehuvelt book. He liked Oracle better, so that's interesting because he said this was his kind of meh read for him, and I think it's outstanding so far. Maybe that my opinion will change once it's completed. But I'm noticing a theme about like Django wants to play the piano and he wants to play like 1930s/40s jazz, and and Kaya is like thinking of the old classic Hollywood, 1940s Hollywood. There's something about them that they are going back in time, where this is where they're. It's just so weird in a 2025 novel that people are like it just stands out that they're all going back. So I wonder if that plays a part later on. I don't know. It's just something I picked up. Really dig it, man. I hope you all love it. And I'm gonna get him in the book club in February. No, I don't have a date set, Mitch. I gotta reach out um and get it set up. Yeah, I'm halfway through Darker Days and it's amazing. So glad, man. I just started it. Okay, great. I don't have a date set, but I'm trying to. It's going to be in February, so I got to reach out to Thomas and set that up. Where did you get those Darker Days again? I got these. I got this one from Goldsboro, but it's no longer available. But it is available in this place. I saw it on Instagram. Damn it! I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it live. This is live. You know what I mean? We gotta do it live. Um, where I oh, let me see. It wasn't yesterday. I was looking at there was a Thomas Oldehuvelt was signing some Darker Days, and it is he's signing them at this American bookstore. I don't remember. Ah, I wish I could find it. He was signing them, and I went to the site. I went to the website, and it was like American. It was like a bookstore, American bookstore. I don't know, but it wasn't even in America. It was damn it. I don't know, but I saw you could still get a signed UK edition of Thomas Oldehoevelt's Darker Days. Um, no. American Booksellers. I know I said it weird. American Booksellers. And he was signing, I believe. And we are going to their website. I'm finding this shit for you guys. I'm going there. Oh no, that wasn't it. No. I know it's awkward, but I was I found it. I found it signed Darker Days. And it was he did a signing somewhere. But I will say, you know what? You could get it. Here you go. Oh shit. Oh, it says currently unavailable. I swear to God, I found it and I should I'll look it up. I'm sorry, guys. I will look it up and I will find it for you. It was like it was something weird. Like it was American Bookstore, American something. And it was following. Let's see. I thought I'd follow them. Will it show up like really soon? Would it show up? No. 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 Oh, I thought I started following them and I started liking them, but they they had him signing Oracle and Darker Days. Shoot. And I'm like, oh damn it, I missed out on Oracle. But here I can share this with you. I have this up and ready. This is Forbidden Planet. You can get a signed Oracle paperback for just £9. You can get it for £9. So I got mine from Goldsboro. They are out, but I swear to you, there is a bookseller that has signed Darker Days for you. On eBay, there are a couple, not many. I can send that. Mitch, are we supposed to wait for you to send an invoice after emailing which bundle we want? Okay. I can send you that tonight. I've been super swamped with this current release. I'm almost done getting everything out, though. Should be done in the next day or two. Thank Jeebus. Mitch, no worries. Thank you. Yes. So Mitch has been hard at work. So this is Forbidden Planet. I don't know if I put the link in the description, but we can toss that here if anybody's interested in getting a signed Oracle. I will say I have signed editions of all of his books, except so I have Hex Echo signed, and now I have these Darker Days signed. But I didn't have an Oracle, and they're very hard to find. So this is the paperback. So it's not a signed first edition. I'm a little disappointed, but it's there. They did have Darker Days, but they're sold out at Forbidden Planet. But I was shocked. I mean, maybe because it's a paperback, but whatever. I got the hardcover first edition sitting there, and now I'll be getting a signature on that title. I don't even care if it's in Dutch. I hope it's not, but I'd rather have an English edition. Man, it's really bothering me that I can't find that. Barnes and Noble has Darker Days unsigned for $16.99. Yeah, the US edition. Seriously, someone look it up. It's on Instagram. And it was Thomas Roosevelt signing a ton of Darker Days. and and they said they also had oracles. So when I went to the site, they didn't have the oracle, but they had Darker Day signed, and I passed on it because I'm covered. I was good, you know. And so I didn't care. See, I have one thing I'm pretty obsessive about, which is sad. But I am very obsessive when I lose something. I don't like losing things. And I just get really mad. It's like I don't know if I take it super personally or what, but I'm always hunting then for the thing I lost. And since I had it right here, right in my hand, man. Well, there's this. Is this I don't know if this is it, if this is something. But I did find this here. I'll show you guys. um, searching in a web history is. I'll put the link here. May have found it. It's the American Book Center. I think you did, dude. I think you did. Um, the American Book Center. Maybe you did. So this is available. This is what Vinny. I don't know what Vinny is. I don't know. The American Book Center. I think you fabulous bastard. I think you found it. I'm scrolling. But maybe that's it. So I'm looking. Yeah, because it was a link tree, and then I had to go to visit our stores, and then what? No, that wasn't. Browse and buy on our website. I'll put the link for this one here too, and then Darker Days. And then, yeah, here it is. But this is weird. Okay, I'll share this. I'm sharing that shit, and then we'll share this shit. No, this here it is. So I didn't realize. So this is the American Book Center, right? And there are two. There's one for 24 euros and one for 29 euros. They're both signed. I don't know. My option would be go for the cheaper. Anyone else order that slipcase from Cairo Terra? I know Stephen Dwayne Nelson Jr. did, but he's not here. Yeah. Dive into a good book. Huh. They do not ship to the US. Wow. I'm sending you all the way down. Oh, I'm sending you down the rabbit holes to the wrong places. That sucks. Sorry about that, guys. I thought I had some. But what about this other Vinny place? Vinny. Did you try that link? Maybe that's something. Vinny. Estimated delivery dates January 21st and 22nd. And it's $24. It's 40% off. What I mean, that's a great bargain. So I don't know if it's in dollars. So I assume they ship to the US. I don't know how many they have, but it is signed. Anyway, it's something, and I put the link. The link is pinned. Or no, it's not pinned. It's the second one. Can I pin that as well? Oh, no, I got to replace it. Yeah, one's paperback, it says, but that's impossible because there is no paperback. So unless that's the arc and it's a signed arc, which is pretty badass. I mean, who's gonna kick an arc out of bed? To say that phrase. That's what Santa's Reserve does to you. Oh, this is the last broadcast from this desk, by the way. This is the last. I have a desk set up, and I'll probably do a little video on it, or just maybe on the Patreon, just to show what the office looked like. And then with the new desk, which maybe I shouldn't spoil this for you, but I might be doing lives a little differently with this new desk. So that's a tease. It's not a spoiler, you know. Feb is nearing for the $750 American Psycho. Yeah. Yeah, that's a shame because that's a big pass for me, and I've been wanting that book. The hard thing about being a reader who's also a collector is that you hold out for those better editions that you can't get. For example, I want to read Slob by Rex Miller, and I know that Centipede Press did an edition. And so I can't get it, so I don't read it. Same thing with The Fisherman. I wanted the Undertow edition. And then I wasn't very happy with what happened with Eli and that customer. But that's not my fight to have when Nepenthe did The Fisherman. But anyway, all these things are stopping me from just reading the damn books I want to read because I need them in a particular edition now because the collector in me makes that decision. It's draconian. And it's a form of censorship. It's repression. So I got to get over it if I want to read a book, and I should just get The Fisherman and American Psycho on Amazon. Get those trade editions, those 28th printings, whatever they are, and just read those because it's what I want. I want the book. I want the story. I've not read them. I've not read Fight Club either. And I love that movie, and I have a signed first edition that I got at a thrift shop. Snuck right by them. Kegerator in new desk. Oh, now you had to make my new desk upgrade sound like a pile of garbage. If it doesn't have a kegerator, that would be cool. If you just had a tap right here, just like, oh yeah, I got some Death Bus pouring. Oh, I should get a kegerator. I'm out of Death Bus, Mitch. I drank all my Death Bus. I'm not making excuses. I got a case on December 6th, and I'm out about a month later. So you do the math. Do the math and figure out how many Death Bus, how many times did Jeff ride the Death Bus in those days? and where did it take him? Take him anywhere fun? So that would be very cool. But I wanted to talk about Earthling tonight because that newsletter, if you read my newsletter yesterday, it was a little, it was wanting. I'll admit it. I had a thumper migraine. And if you've never had a migraine, it's one of those things where every pulse of your heart, every beat of your heart sends a bolt of pain through your head. And you just got to put your head down and you got to close your eyes. You can't take anything in, and you just got to be real still. And I got out of bed. I'm like, I got to write the newsletter. I sat down and I'd write like a little paragraph about Poe and Willow. And then I put my head down. I pick it up, write the next paragraph. And by the time I got to the book part of the newsletter and I got away from that feature thing, I had no gas in the tank, man. I was just dying. But I had all these pictures taken, so that was good. And I got the important point out. I know there's a certain contingent on here that doesn't go on Facebook, and I'm happy to swim in the cesspool for you guys because I want the fewest amount of people exposed to that place as possible. So I'll swim in the cesspool and drag back some tidbits with my teeth, just swim back to shore with I got this news. And so if you subscribe to the Earthling newsletter, then you saw the releases, but you might not have seen the pictures of the Wanderers. And so I had to put that in the newsletter. But the thing is, when I had the migraine, I'm getting out the bare minimum of what I needed to get out. But I really wanted to rave about those prototype photos of the Wanderers by Wendig which is the next Modern Classics. Oh, that looks amazing. It just looks stunning. And when I look at the other Modern Classics books, it's just Earthling. Paul Miller is really outdoing himself now. He's really leaning into that. He's pushing it. He had Dune, Inspection. Way back he did Scarlet Gospels. He does such when he wants to go full throttle, he goes full throttle. So that's what I love about it. He has that up level. He has that next gear, and the stuff he puts out at that gear is just gorgeous. So, not that all of his stuff isn't great, but what I love from Earthling is that I get new authors. Speaking of which, we got this book, which is still available. This is a song for the end of the world by Mia Dahlia, or is it Mia Dahlia? I apologize. I realized Jason Latier showed me how bad I am with saying names, and I appreciate that education. But I already knew. I already knew. And that's why I'm constantly apologizing every time I try to say a name. Because I worked with this woman whose name was Alexia. Oh, and Alexia Sims. Is she here tonight? I didn't see her. But if she is, that's how I knew her name. I knew how to say her name. And I used to cringe when I was in meetings and we were meeting new clients, and they're nice people, but they'd say Alexia. And I was like, it's Alexia. Can you I know it can be a bad thing. I'm guilty of it, and it's unintentional, but I really do try to sweat saying the correct pronunciation of the person's name. So Mia Dahlia or Dahlia, I don't know. Mia Dahlia sounds like a song. Mia Dahlia. I don't know. Beautiful. Anyway, so it's still available. I don't know why. There's 250 numbered, Smithsonian, cloth covered, hardcover, signed for $40. I mean, shit. Oh. I could show you the cover. But you know how to go there. You know how to go there. You know how to see it. So this is a wild photo. I got mixed up. I'm like, is this like a beak? A weird beak or proboscis? It's just her hair, stupid. There's a ship over there. This looks like a horizon line. Looks like a fish eagle person. Fish eagle person. Song for the end of the world. And it's just in time, right? Because so go get it. And so I didn't rave properly. I'm very excited. Paul's saying, hey, here's somebody new, Jeff. And my ears perk up. I got weird deformed ears. So whenever I talk about my ears, I'll get real quiet after that. I get real, yeah. Vinny's Shopping is a scam site. Seen a ton of stuff on Google about it. So beware, everyone. Ah, damn it. I've led you to bad places, so don't do it. Thank you for the warning. I'm unpinning the message. Thanks for the warning, Mike. I didn't know how accurate it was. It seemed too good to be true at $24. But there are a couple on eBay. There's one from somebody who's a good guy selling it for about $70. And I was almost out $60. Now, I think I did tell everybody that these were available from Goldsboro when I bought mine. I always try to tell everybody when I do something like that, so you can go get it yourself before it sells out. So I think that cover, the US is what US trade is what I'm reading. And I think that cover is cool also. You know, in fact, I bet you, I think I like this cover maybe better. If you would come up to me and said which is the UK and which is the US, I'd say this is the UK. Because it just feels more graphic. It feels more designed. This is very, very cool, but it's giving Scanner vibes, like the movie Scanners. And my favorite. Oh no! Huh? Well, I'll be damned. I don't have a U.S. trade edition of Black House, but this was the UK edition that I bought in Ireland, and I love this cover. And these pages though, wow, they got all that. They really they really went. I don't know, they're deteriorating a lot faster than my US editions. But anyway, I love this cover more than the US trade edition. I think is not so good. It's not so good. Or not as good. No audio? Do you got no audio? Did people lose audio? I said her name wrong when I met her. Alexia. I had to close and reopen. It's fixed for me now. What the hell is that? Oh, thank you guys for pointing it out to me, because I'll never know. She's a Halloween author this year. Looking forward, like always, to new authors Paul brings. Yeah. Yeah, UK covers are usually drier, less colorful. Yeah. Oh. Cheers to Mitch for saving the stream yet again. So yes, I'm glad I'm getting good feedback on Darker Days. I was a little worried because of my friend saying it was just a mid book for him. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It is good to read these back to back great books alongside M40. Wolf Comes Home. Coffin Moon was good. Now Darker Days. It's just a good roll, man. Good roll of great titles. What's up with the audio? Keeps cutting out. I don't know, man. I'm plugged in. All systems are go here. And I haven't gotten your connection's unstable message or anything. Yeah, it's on I can't say. Yeah. It's been on there since we have I have it on the right Wi-Fi network. It is. We had no issues with audio. I think you hear me right there, Mike, in West Virginia, right? You just hear me? I think my voice carries that far. Signed off and back, and it's fine now. It's weird because, when you have to do that, it makes me think it's a you issue. But if you're all doing this for this stream, then it's a me issue. I don't know. Audio is working okay for me. All right. Well, until Pritzker doesn't like what I have to say about his kingdom, his principality. Ugh. Anyway, so a couple of titles from Earthling, and I do believe the what books? I do believe Wanderers is still available, and it is gorgeous. Worked the first time, Mitch, but is out again. Keep turning off and on. Oh, I'm reading Coffin Moon right now and digging it. It's good. It's good. I liked it. I just think that it could have been. It's the potential, unrealized potential for me that bothers me. Problems with the stream. What's Chiz doing right now? He doesn't like it. I wonder if he read Death Bus. I hope he didn't. He's got I'm getting a chapbook from him, a hardcover chapbook from him for my Stephen King Scariest Scene, because Philip Fricassi's in it. And he better send it to me. I better get it. He better not hold out. Because it took a lot for me to order that. It took a tremendous lot to put my feet right back on the platform or right back on that trap door with the noose around my neck. Took a lot. Couldn't I it's like a violation of my personal trust in myself. Maybe it's a YouTube issue. Yeah, it could be YouTube. Maybe it's cold across the country and then the signal just drops because it's too cold. Chiz is trying to scam his way on the bestseller list. He did, and it succeeded. You can not like him. You can find fault with the way he operates in the world. You could think he's a disgusting person for the way he uses people and his status for his own personal wealth. But it works. He gets results. He is a New York Times best-selling author. And it's totally unfair. And he just scammed his way up there. And there are all those bootlickers out there buying multiples of his book and happy about it. Like, I held my nose. I'll be honest. I ain't gonna lie. And that's why I gave one away at Jeff Con. But they do it happily. They're giddy about it. I make plenty of friends by giving away all these extras. I don't know. So he's a piece of shit. Did CD ever send out the fairy tale slipcase by chance? That's a big no. They didn't get to it yet, but it's in there. It's coming. You can be sure. It'll arrive. You know, they've already spent the money. After I get my little chapbook, I am still waiting for a book from 2013 that I bought. I don't know what's going around the internet, but people are like nostalgic or whatever for 2016. Is there something going on? I don't know what's up. I think I keep seeing little things about it. But I have a book that predates that. 2013. It's unbelievable. So, but I'd be fine if they go belly up. I would love to see, after I get my little chapbook, everybody just pull their money from Cemetery Dance. No more pre-orders. Just yank it all. Just like, I want it back. Just take it back. Joe Hill has another one coming, The Hunger. This one within a year after a decade-long hiatus. Yeah. 2032 for the slipcase. Yeah, I saw that, The Hunger. Which is interesting because Almakatsu has that title and somebody else has the title, The Hunger. Just seems like it's been done, like he could do something different. So I got to read King of Sorrow. I see a lot of people thrilled about that book, and I have to justify my 3 editions of it. Have to find a way to justify my 3 editions. So, also, Philip has an anthology coming out, and I gotta find that. So I will. I didn't have it queued up, but it is very cool. He's got a lot of really great authors in there. I know he's got our friend Josh Malerman in there. Yeah, here it is. I'm scrolling. So here it is. I'll share this with you. So here, we'll get this. Proud to announce Unearthed, a brand new anthology I co-edited with Dan Coxon, featuring original stories from some of the best speculative writers across the globe. A lot of hard work went into this one, and I hope readers enjoy the stories as much as we did. Thank you to Titan for publishing the book, which will be released September 15th. Full table of contents. So Tanana Reeve Dew, Christopher Golden, Josh Malerman, Tim Lebon. I've never read his stuff, but I got The Silence. Eric LaRocca, A.M. Shine, Jonathan Mayberry. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to pretend I'm going to pronounce that name correctly, and I'll just butcher it. Ai Zhang, Angela Slater, Mark Chadbourne, Priya Sharma, Benjamin Piercy, V. Castro, Gemma Amor, Kavan Scott, Premi Mohammed, Hache Peyo, and Steve Toast. So it's got, I'm very happy. AC Slater or AG. Yeah. Angela. I wonder, I've never seen her name there as AG. Huh. Unearthed. So we got to find out when the deluxe edition signed by everybody comes out. No, I'm kidding. See, that's the collector in me acting up. But I'm going to have to order this. So it's September 15th. Can we pre-order? I don't recall. I don't know. But stay tuned for the announcement tomorrow for a Philip Fracassi title. Very excited. I wonder if it'll have cover art. I'm very curious to see the cover art for that book. I was sad to see he didn't have a story in it. Well, I think is it okay to put a story in a book in an anthology you're editing? I mean, is that just bad manners? I don't know. Hey, Chad Lutsky's here. Chad Lutsky, good to see you. Tyler Jones needs to release another short story collection. There's some stuff coming up with Tyler Jones. It's going to be wonderful. You're going to be very happy, Jason, and anybody who likes great writing will be happy. Chad Lutsky, we were talking about you earlier with a title that's in a clubhouse, in a thunderstorm clubhouse, a title there that we're all, I haven't gotten it yet, but it's there. Limited to 60 copies, very small print run. Well, yeah, Chiz shit does it all the time. He does, but see, that doesn't mean it's okay to do. In fact, that lends to the argument that it's probably not okay to do. It was not announced, Chad. It was not. It's in the clubhouse. I shouldn't even be talking about it. I probably shouldn't even be. It's hidden in the clubhouse, Chad. Yeah. It's under a couple of layers. Well, like exactly one layer. But the people in the clubhouse, I mean, like, I think people can know that it's coming. I don't think that's a problem. I think people should know it's coming and that people in the clubhouse have the right to buy it first. So maybe it'll sell out in there. I don't know how many people are in that clubhouse. It's really dark and sweaty in there. I try not to touch. Oh man. I have a story, but I cannot share it. I cannot share it on this. I don't think I should share it. And usually when I think like that, I'm super tempted to share the story of the time me and my friends went into let me just say it involves being in a very dark space and feeling around the walls, and then when the lights come on and you see what's on the walls, you become a hypochondriac. If you're not one, you become one. And if you are one, you're going to go and get every antibiotic you can get your hands on after you touch the walls. Yeah, I can't. This is not the audience for that story, but that's what it's like to be in the thunderstorm clubhouse. You hear a lot of noises, sounds like voices, but they're not saying words. It's really hot. The floor feels like skin. You're walking around in there, and it's just like, I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be there. Fans deserve a copy. Yes. Yes. I ordered mine. Look at these true fans. True fans storming the clubhouse like it's Target on Black Friday. Target. I don't know why that made me sigh. I really don't. I don't have a good answer. I don't even have a good question. So yes, someday I'm going to do an anthology. It's going to be called All Killer. The Jeff Ward anthology, All Killer. And it's going to have Chad Lutsky, Philip Fracassi, Tyler Jones, Ronald Malfi, Thomas Oldehovel, Anya Alborn, Keelan Patrick Burke. I don't know. It's going to be called All Killer. Who else? I know I'm forgetting somebody huge that I adore. Josh, did I say Josh Mallerman? I don't think I did, but he'd be one-on-one in there. I said Chad Lutsky. I know that. It'd be All Killer is what I would call it. When it comes out, you can file it under Lansdale Trailer Trash. McCammon. Lansdale Trailer Trash. I'm sorry, Chad. You can't talk about Lutsky's work like that. Brian James Freeman, Chris Panettiere. You enjoying Daytide? I'm supposed to be getting an arc of Daytide. I gave my arc away. Mitch, did you get me number 5 on that arc? Did you get me number 5? I'm getting a Daytide early reader's copy. Let's not call it an advanced review copy. Remember I said that? It's an ERC, not an ARC. Because you get yourself in some trouble, Mitch. It's an early reader's copy. It's a brand new thing. It is for sale. Lansdale Trailer Trash as in crimey grit lit. Oh, I like that. Oh, that is cool. Okay, you can say that about a Lutsky work. Just ignore the number on the SIG sheet and assume it's number 5. Okay, I hope it's number 5, though. Or 55, or 555, or 15. I'm kidding, Mitch. I know it's not 5. I know. You did that to me. That's fine. So, whatever. You've had a busy month. I get it. I do pity you. I feel bad for you. Your Steelers imploded. You've got like 80,000 releases going on all at the same time. You got delays for the paper. You're dealing with some stuff. So you get a pass from me, brother. As long as I get number 5. Oh, I'm out of beer. How do I do the last stretch of show with nothing? Producer Jill, I might need a Guinness. I feel like I feel like I'm skydiving without a parachute. Can of Guinness. No, I don't. I don't need it. See when she asks you. See, here's a tip, Mitch. I know you're married, you're a young family. If you ask a question of your wife and she repeats the question back at you, then you just answer no. Like I say, can I get a Guinness? And she's like, do you need a Guinness? No, 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 no. I don't. Honestly, it's okay. I don't. Oh, I'll take a glass of that. Oh, she upgraded me. She's like, I could get you Guinness or a glass of port. But the port was on the table and the Guinness was in the fridge outside. I'll have the port. I think we could do the last 20 minutes with a port. I think we could. It's a tawny port that I got at Costco. Um, and I like a Portugal wine. Port, just don't. Yeah, that's fine. This ain't the French Riviera. It ain't even Mount Greenwood. No, you're not going to be shown on any. All these doors are open. There's no reflective surfaces. You're fine. There's no. I'm looking. I'm monitoring. Look how scared she is. You were at Jeff Con, you know. You were live and in the room with people. This is my tawny port. I didn't mean to hold it like that. Like I'm finger my pinky out like it's tea time, but oh, that's good, man. I like a fruity wine. What's the matter with that? You know? Wish I had a napkin. But anyway, I see the reflections in your glasses. My glasses betrayed you, Jill. I think he's kidding. But maybe he's not. I'm gonna have to just edit that out, that little bit. Oh, that's good. That's yummy. That is yummy. Um, so yes, what else do we have to talk about? We talked about the Serafina and the anthology. That this is my last broadcast with this tank desk. It's an old military metal tank desk. I got magnets on it. You know, this Levidian publication. I almost said letterpress. That's how old school I am. Magnet just sticks right there. I got magnet. I got stuff magnetized to the interior of this. You don't even want to know what I got within hand's reach right here. You don't want to know about it. Don't even ask. All kinds of stuff. So I'm doing away with this, and I'm getting this really, real woo-woo desk. My son wasn't very happy. He thought I was doing a downgrade, but there's one very interesting feature of this desk that I'm going to be happy to try out, and it may do more interesting lives. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But I think it'll be better for this old guy. Um, we talked about it. We talked about Oracle signed. You got to get that. I didn't plan on talking about what's in the clubhouse, Chad. They made me do it. I wasn't planning on talking about uh, some blank Exodus. I wasn't going to do it, but they made me. But we did talk about Wanderers and Song for the End of the World, which is really great, even though my heart does ache that there's no Lutsky Earthling. My heart does ache for that, but I can't have the whole world. I can't have everything. You know, I try to manifest the best things in the world, and sometimes it all doesn't come the way I like it. You know, sometimes it does though, but Yeah. So we talked about all that. We talked about my tawny port. Earthling definitely never happening. I know. It is not a Gothic desk. I wish it was a Gothic desk, Christopher Bowers. Because then I could write a book, you know. That's the only thing I'm missing is a desk to write a book. Horton wants to read me something he's excited about. Gotta go. Okay. You take it easy, the book obsessionist, Jason, aka Jason. You take it easy, you know. It's cold out there, so I just like to pretend sometimes I got my elbows up on a bar. I'm the bartender in what I call the Cigar Goyle Lounge. Just don't smoke cigars near the books. That's all I ask. You can smoke out on the patio. And Jason just left. He just walked out the door, and it's cold out there. You heard the wind blow, but we got a heater right above the door, so it's keeping us all toasty. And he went out there, and for some reason, I'm back in Chicago, and it's really snowy outside. And it's warm in here, and we're just hanging out on a Monday night. That's all. Still got a stool there for Hans. I'm happy to see he came back. And I got a lot of stools for a lot of people that have come and gone over the years that I still think about. Stevie Pickles, Lee Sleestack. And it bothers me because not that they don't come around anymore, but I worry that did something happen to them, you know? Carl Stansel. God, that still hurts. He was a great one. So I raise a glass to everybody who came into the Cigar Goyle Lounge for the Jeff Word to do some chatting about books, some readings. Scully stops in. Scully stops in. He's a great guy. He does Sunday nights at the Cigar Goyle Lounge. He gets up on stage. He's got a microphone. He's got a crew. They do live performances. It's really nice. It's a great way to end the weekend, you know. I used to end my weekends going to the Green Mill in Chicago. I recently saw a video. They said that 5 places in Chicago that have been there for over 100 years. And I'd been to a few of them. I worked right around the corner from one of them, Camera Express. But then there's Ferrero's Bakery on Taylor Street. The cannolis. Leave the gun, take the cannolis. Yeah, because they were Ferrero's. Or is it Farrah's? I know I'm messing that name up. And then the other one was the Green Mill, because that used to be a speakeasy. And I used to end my Sundays at the Uptown Poetry Slam listening to poets live on stage. And I got up there a few times, embarrassingly so. But still, I did it. So I'm proud that I did it. Even though, looking back, the stuff I read makes me cringe a little bit. I got a lot of polite applause. Pizza Giraffe. Oh, I know. Pizza Giraffe. You're not in Chicago anymore. Move on. You know, the heart is always going to be there to some extent. I didn't want to leave. It wasn't right. Never thought I would. Pizza Giraffe. Yes, man. We can't toast him with alcohol, though. He's of an age. You know, he's like not of an age yet. I get it. Yeah. Yeah, it's that place I went into where it was all dark and then the lights came on. That was in Chicago. What a story that. I'll tell you sometime, you know, later. It's for private conversations maybe. But we got a lot of time at the bar. What else? Oh yes, I was doing so. I was reorganizing the shelves because Philip Fracassi is sending me so many books that I can't keep up, right? So I had to reorganize some of the shelves, and that got me emptying my desk as well because I'm getting this new desk. So doing all this reorganization, and what kicks up but this is the Bag of Bones magazine. This is a collector's edition. It says right here, um, limited. What does it say? Yeah, limited edition collector's magazine. Oh, there it is. Um, so this is a thing you got when you went to see Stephen King on the Bag of Bones book tour when he was doing the signings, and I saw him at the Harold Washington Library, and it is kind of neat. You know, it has this little letter from Stephen King in the front. It talks about his motion pictures, his television movies, and then a table of contents, a personal history with Stephen King. So it has a lot of cool content. It talks about a publishing timeline, why it has to be swervy. I don't know. Why does the road have to curve like that? No reason. It's a timeline, you know. But anyway, oh yeah, Stephen King on the web. You look at that, it is so wild because Stephen King on the web was like, this is 98 or 99, 98. And the internet was so, not everybody had it. But for those who did, if they wanted to experience Stephen King on the web, and oh my God, look how they did it. Look how they did their URLs. Like they type them all out. They don't give the name, so like they didn't trust people could just search it. They typed exactly the URL address so you could find exactly the website. We still have this. This was the notice that he was going to be at the Harold Washington Library. So there's some that memorabilia. And because I went with producer Jill, producer Jill did it all. And I also got another one, and this is still in the envelope. I think one of us tore it out, looked at it, and the other one left it in the envelope where it has this transparent sort of vellum paper, and it, you know, tells you it's a collector's edition, limited edition collector's magazine. It's still so weird. Anyway, I found that, and it made me also go and look at my Bag of Bones signed edition that I got at the event because I can't get enough of it. And what makes it sort of a numbered edition is that I still have the ticket, and it's numbered 195. We have 194 and 195. This was the ticket to get in and get your copy and get it signed. And there's a signature. Bag of Bones. And then I had Jeff Wiley in the UK make a slipcase for it. And he didn't have stamping for the Bag of Bones art, but the title treatment is very similar to what's on the cover. So it matches in my eye. I don't know. So I'm way overdue for a reread of this, but I thought it was awesome, and I just thought I'd show you guys. It's a very cool thing to have. Very rare thing. But anyway, I asked the Stephen King Collectors Group what it's worth, and this guy Ari, he's in South America. He's a great guy, big Stephen King collector. Got a lot of stuff. I don't know how or why, but he gets all the rarest stuff. And he said he sold this magazine. Last time he sold this magazine, sold it for $95. So I just wanted a value on it. I don't know. I do that a lot these days. Certain authors are taking up a lot of space. Philip Fracassi, Josh Mallerman, Joe Lansdale, they're all pushy. Robert McCammon is now onto his third shelf. Thomas Oldehoevelt's the most respectful one. He only wrote 4 books that are translated into English. So, God, I hope he writes 15 more. That guy is super talented. That's about as up to date as the upcoming Constant Conversations book will be. Is that upcoming? I don't know. I don't think Jeff Terry's going to be in it. Oh, I remember we said I was going to put my article on the Patreon. Damn it. Forgot to do that. Stephen King on the web, Twitter, was the worst thing he could have done. Insufferable. Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. I think there's one thing I cannot stand, and I don't care who it is. But like, it's when people achieve a certain level of wealth and fame that they feel they can lecture other people. That really pisses me off. It really pisses me off. Like, we don't do that with our plumbers or our mechanics. It's not like the mechanic, we're like, ooh, we're waiting. Oh, what do you got to say? And they are more useful people in the world, I think. So, yeah, I agree. Hello, just wanted to say hi. I've been watching, so good evening. Hey, Russell, good to see you, Russell Goose. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing well. I hope Rolled Oats isn't so sick of me and he's not chewing on his cage in rage because he hears my voice. So, Rolled Oats, I'm sorry, man. I hope you're having a good show too, Rolled Oats. Cheers to you, Rolled Oats. This was supposed to last me to 20 minutes. It really didn't. It really didn't. Yeah. So there's that. So, are you getting your signed copy of Oracle from Forbidden Planet for £9? I mean, and I gotta say, it's not easy to find a signed Oracle. I mean, I looked when that was brand new. Just got the email that the Twisted Retreat book has a shipping label. Oh, hells yeah. Looking at my emails and I do not see my shipping notice wasn't created. But I'll look at my informed delivery later. That's great to hear. It's great to hear. I cannot wait to get that book. Because it's going to be spectacular. And then it'll sell out. It is currently still available, actually. I had it up. Here it is. If you are of a mind, look at this. It's still there. So you can go get it. I don't know why you would wait. But I'm sure you did. I'm sure people on this live already got it ordered and or not. I mean, it's $27, $28. 2 more days after the 22nd, it will be gone. Oh, for the book only? Yeah, if they have extra copies, they'll still sell them. But yeah, you why wait? I just wouldn't wait. I just couldn't. If I missed out on it, I would be so upset. You know, that's how this addiction works, you know? So, anyway, oh yeah, this other thing I forgot to show you guys. Maybe I'll end the show with it. I'm a YouTube creator. I don't know if you know that. And YouTube sent me this to use in my videos. This is that clapboard. You know, take 12. The joke though is I only do one take of anything. So there's no like take 2. Nobody's doing that to this guy. But we should be. We should be doing that. You know, because that means it came with this. It's a dry erase. I don't have to show you. You know what a marker looks like, but it came with a dry erase marker so I could write the Jeff word, video number 3000, take 2. You know, and it's magnetic. They're little magnets. See, it's very cool. I never got to show you guys that, and now I did. It's a great way to end the show. So, Anyway, that's it. And have something tasty. Get something to read in these cold, inclement weather areas where you don't want to be out. I think I'm going to be doing fine. We're going to be in the 50s this week, 40s and 50s. So we're going to be good. But if you bundle up, you pour something tasty, and if you're going through the storm, just know you're going to be better on the other side. I guarantee it. And I do, just like Chad. I hope you all have a great week. Have some great laughs, great memories. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. You can't be good to each other until you're good to yourself. Remember that. Be good to yourself. And that's a wrap. Am I doing it right?